I didn't plan to say it that way, but it just slipped out sharp and tired, like my soul was fraying at the edges. I looked him in the eyes and said it flatly. You're the father of my children, not the man I meant to grow old with. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. But those words still echo louder than any argument we've ever had. If you've ever said something that shattered the moment and someone you love along with it, then you'll understand why this memory still clings to me. It wasn't a fight. No screaming. No accusations. Just an ordinary evening that turned into the unraveling of everything we'd built. Dinner was over. The kids were upstairs. One was wailing about missing sock, the other lost in a cartoon's blaring soundtrack. I was at the sink, running cold water over plates I wasn't even really washing. He stood behind me, leaning against the counter like he didn't quite know where else to go. He had a glass of water in his hand, but the way he sipped it, you'd think it was something stronger. I feel like we're just roommates, he said. Those words, so simple, were crack. I didn't even look at him. Yeah, I said quietly, I've felt like that for a while now. He blinked, clearly not expecting me to agree. For a moment, nothing but the clatter of a pan in the sink filled the silence. So what were we even doing? He asked. Just existing? And instead of answering with care, instead of giving us space to unpack it gently, I dried my hands, turned around, and said the one thing I can't take back. You're just the father of my kids. You're not my soulmate. The change in his face was immediate. Not shock, not fury, just emptiness, like the light inside him had quietly flickered out. He set the glass down like he was afraid to break the quiet, nodded once, and walked away. No anger, no argument, just a quiet departure past the laundry on the stairs, past the crooked kid drawings taped to the walls, past me. I stood there, towel in hand, unsure of who I had just become. We weren't broken in obvious ways. We were the kind of couple that looked solid to everyone else. Matching Halloween costumes with the kids, grocery store routines, lists and bills and bedtime stories. But somewhere in the middle of all that, I stopped feeling seen. He was always somewhere, at work, running errands, fixing things. I was always tired, meetings, diapers, dishes, emails. We didn't even notice the space growing between us. We called it peace, but really it was detachment, survival. And then that night, I mistook brutal honesty for courage. By morning, the guest room was empty, half his clothes gone, his toothbrush no longer next to mine. He didn't leave a note. The kids didn't ask. They probably sensed something long before we admitted it. Kids always know. I sat on the edge of our bed, mine now, folding the shirt he left behind. It still smelled like him. That's when it hit me. I didn't miss him. I missed us. I missed what we used to be before routine swallowed romance. Before we became task managers instead of soulmates. Before every conversation turned into, did you pay the bill? Or, can you get Maya from school? A week later, I messaged him. Not to undo it, just to talk. He replied once, I understand. I hope you're okay. And that was it. No blame, no bitterness, just quiet acceptance, like he respected my words too much to question them. But sometimes I wish he had. Every time I look at our children, I wonder, was it honesty or exhaustion that ended us? Because the truth is, he wasn't just a father. He was the man who held my hand when I was scared, who stayed up with me when our son had colic, who once made me laugh so hard during a midnight diaper change, I nearly cried. He loved me, truly, but I stopped reaching back. We wait for the big betrayals, infidelity, lies, screaming matches to justify leaving. But sometimes it's the absence that ruins everything. The quiet drifting. The way someone you share a life with can become a stranger without ever doing anything wrong. I haven't seen him face to face since that night. We exchange schedules now, polite messages, smiles in front of the kids. But it's cold, not in a hateful way, just finished. And I keep thinking, I thought telling the truth would be freeing. But sometimes the truth comes too late. And being brave with words doesn't mean you're ready for the consequences. So if you're in that numb, roommate stage with someone you once loved, don't wait for it to rot further. Sit down. Look at them. Ask the question neither of you wants to ask. Do you still see me? Because I didn't. I let one sentence swing like a blade. And the worst part is, he believed me. He didn't fight it. Didn't ask me to take it back. And sometimes, being believed is the most painful response of all.